Welcome to Granny Shift, and I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And this is minute 62 of the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift.
And they're drifting.
Yeah.
Still.
Neela's a fantastic drifter.
Man, so she just got it together.
Like,
Calm.
I bet she could beat DK.
She is, I wonder if she's ever, how did she learn to drift? Did they ever talk about that? She's not that old.
What did she say? Well, they used to come out here and watch, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's been like a week and a half since we watched the last minute.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
And then she said something about the day she got her license. Because then then Sean is about to say the day I got my license is the day I got
my first ticket.
My first speeding ticket, yeah.
Yeah, and then he says the second day, the day after, I won my first race. And then I'm watching this, and they're having this conversation, and I'm like continuing to be bothered by Neela's voice, her like weird accent.
Soft-spoken.
How she like says her words in this sort of like fake sexy way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, they're drifting right now as they're having this conversation. It's just so strange.
Her heart rate would be up. She'd be sweating. She'd be like,
they're looking over at each other. Like, you can't look at your passenger while you're drifting.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to forget about that. He said, I beat this rich kid by 3 lengths. Okay. Rich kids drive crappy cars too, right? I mean, I feel like in high school, so much of whether you beat someone or not comes down to the car.
How fast your car was. Yeah.
Right. Not the driver.
Not driving skill.
Yeah.
It'd be like a highway pool. That's the racing you did in high school.
Yeah.
3 beeps on the highway, then take off.
We had this stoplight like shortly after school. That was like, was it 4 lanes wide? And then like it split and like 2 went one way and 2 went the other.
Okay.
Or was it 3? I forget. But like people a lot of times there because like you would straight onto the highway from there. So you could just keep going.
Right.
And a lot of people would stop there and race there. Of course you get like, you're sitting there minding your own business.
That's right in front of the state police.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
They call the police barracks.
Barracks, yeah.
Barracks. Isn't barracks just another word for like sleep?
It's your
sleeping
the bunk
quarters.
House?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just where the police sleep. So.
Yeah, it's a weird job.
I'm guessing you're wondering why I'm wearing this strange shirt.
Yeah, what's this? It's a little... All right, Ryan has this greenish shirt on. And Tweed? What's tweed?
That's a fabric type, right?
Oh, it's like a tunic kind of fabric. But it has like some detail on it.
Yeah.
It almost looks like a zipper. What is this? What's this shirt?
So this shirt was on our doorstep when we got home today. Mel got it in the mail a couple days ago. She said, I found a good deal for a shirt I think would look good on you. What's your size? And so I told her my size.
Okay.
And this is probably the only article of clothing she's bought me. Well, maybe not the only, but very rarely does she buy me clothes, right?
Right. You get it all from Fabian.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, Fabian. And so,
or you buy your own clothes usually.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And especially shirts. And so, like, normally I got out of the package. A lot of times, like, I'll just throw a shirt on and wear it if I want to wear it without sending it through the wash.
Right.
Like a T-shirt. And Melody gets, like, really grossed out. She's like, oh, it's been, in a factory or, on a shipping barge for 6 months or whatever,
Yeah.
And, but I don't, who cares if there's little mites in it and stuff like that.
That's how the Rona got here, right?
Right. Exactly.
Maybe.
And so, but like this is a button down shirt with a collar, and like you can tell, I feel like you can tell that you just pulled it out.
Yeah,
like you just
folds.
bought it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'll send it through the wash before I wear it. So I go to a room, I throw it in the dirty laundry, and then later I go back to the room and it's laying there on the bed, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. I don't think I put it on the bed. So I'm like, I'll try it on. So I tried it on, and Melody came back and she's like, oh, it looks good on you. And I'm like, oh, I'll probably send it through the wash. She's like, I don't think you have to.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, this is weird. But I'm like, she said, oh, it looks so good with your beard and da-da-da, and like the green and the orange and da-da-da. And I'm like, okay.
Your orange beard.
Right. And and it's comfortable to wear. So,
okay.
And we're going to a party today. So I'm like, okay, I'll just wear this to the party.
Okay.
So I get to the party. This is a long story. I get to the party, and the first other couple shows up.
Oh, it was this?
She did this thing. And he's wearing the exact same shirt as me.
Oh, man.
And at first I'm like, his shirt looks so similar. And then he gets closer and I'm like, oh my word, it's the same shirt. I'm like, oh, I see what's happening
you
here.
Figured it out right then.
Yes. So.
But then, were you early to the party? You got to watch each person.
Right.
as they
So
showed
there was
up?
4 of us total that all had the
that's funny.
same shirt, and nobody wanted to wear
It
it.
makes sense because she didn't want you to wash it because you wouldn't have had it for the party.
Right. I had to wear it today, but they all the wives were talking about, how they manipulated their husbands into wearing the shirt in different ways. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, it looks so good on you. I'm like, okay, I see. I see. So
You're
it doesn't
still-
actually look good.
Party's over. You're still wearing it.
but- right. Yeah.
Now you don't know whether to ever trust her again.
Yeah. Exactly. Relationship fouled.
Ugh.
But
For a joke.
that's why I'm wearing this shirt
Yeah.
and not
That's
a granny
bad.
shifted
I don't
shirt.
mind that shirt at all.
No, it is actually pretty comfortable. It's a very light material.
Yeah.
And I'm putting it on. I was like, this seems like what a rich guy would wear with khakis, at the beach, with no
Yeah,
undershirt and
yep.
only buttoned halfway up. Did I say rich? I think I said attractive. It was like what an attractive guy would wear.
Oh.
Chris Hemsworth would wear this.
I feel like Rich might be. He's rich. Chris Hemsworth.
Isn't being rich attractive? Yeah.
As long as you show it. And you can tell when somebody wears a shirt like that, you're like, oh, that guy's attractive because
Yeah.
he has money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm wearing this shirt. But okay, so they're talking about Sean's race, his first race. He beat this rich kid by 3 lengths.
Mm-hmm.
That kid was probably wearing a shirt very similar to this,
Oh,
actually.
yeah.
I imagine.
Probably driving a Viper. Right?
Yeah. And he said, I got to admit, it felt good winning the race, I'm guessing. It felt like, and he doesn't know how to finish his sentence, so she does it for him. Like everything else just disappears.
But she says, disappears. Can
And
you
he-
imitate her? How's she say it? Disappears.
Well, it's New Zealand, so it's everything else disappears.
No, he didn't say that. She said it, right?
Everything else disappears.
I don't know. I think we lost it a little bit.
You
You have
think
to
so?
watch the movie
Yeah,
yourselves.
maybe you should.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, no past and no future.
Yeah,
What is this moment
they're
they're
putting-
having while talking?
no
no
problems.
Really?
During a race, did you ever feel that during a race? I mean,
no,
you definitely
get your adrenaline going.
right, and you're only thinking about the race. That's how it is with any event.
I get anxious, jittery and stuff because
Right.
it's you're going fast. You're like, I don't know. It's a
And all
little
you're thinking about
nerve-wracking.
is the race. You're not
Right.
thinking about the electric bill that's due.
Right.
There's so many medial tasks that I do that I don't think about the future or the past.
Right. And we're watching this minute. And
she's-
I'm like, wait, they're
she's still
drifting right now.
drifting.
They're just looking, making eye contact.
So this is
It's
a cool.
weird.
This is a cool transition though. They were inside the car, and they come out of the car and they zoom out, and it goes to CGI.
Where was? Could you see the CGI change there when the colors got a little goofy?
I felt like,
Or
well,
was that a glitch?
see, this is like a screen recording.
so it
so-
might be different. Okay.
Yeah, because
But yeah, they zoom out of the windshield of the car, so it's like you see a minute, and then you're like, wow, they're on this mountain road drifting.
I feel like once the windshield turns black, all right, ready?
See, right there though, there's a weird.
Yeah, but there, they just totally disappear. I think this is when it's full CGI. This reminds me so much of
Well, the drifting's probably real.
Maybe it's not. Underground too.
Yeah, they did these back road
Yeah.
Yeah, you drifted on the mountain roads
Mhm.
against the boss or whatever.
Well, that was in Carbon though.
Carbon
Was
the
the
finals.
long,
Yeah.
the long downhill. But Need for Speed Underground 2 is one you and I used to play on the Underground one, where you could just keep it going,
yeah.
over and over and over and over.
Yeah, it was not actually drifting.
Right.
But you just were getting the points
Yeah. Exactly.
and never stopping.
For linking
Right.
them together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
constantly.
All right. Scene change. Volume. Turn your volume down a little bit.
Yeah, because all of a sudden we don't have Neela's soft, quiet voice. We have a screaming Evo
Yeah.
drifting in a parking lot.
Screeching tires. Lucas Black is so good at it now.
Yeah. And
All right.
he's
What
just,
else we got here? We got the RX-7. We got the V-Dub.
Yep.
What's this over here?
That's the Nissan 240
Okay.
S13 Coupe.
We haven't seen that one though.
Yeah.
Is it a
I don't think we
13?
have. Yes.
Okay.
It's a 13.
And what's the yellow orangish one over here?
I think that's either a Mark II or a Chaser.
Oh right.
So
Okay.
do you remember
we
last
did see one of
minute-
those earlier,
Yeah,
way earlier. In the
yes,
movie, when
in
he
the
first
parking
sees
garage.
drifting. Yeah.
Do you remember last minute we talked about how Toyota car models, They don't have the Lexus version. Lexus
Right, right,
versions
right,
are their own. I'm like slightly off on that because they do sort of, but it's the other way. In Japan, they
It's only
sell
Toyota.
the same Lexus models we have here, but they're Toyotas over there.
Right.
So like they'll get a Lexus GS300, but over there it's like the Toyota Chaser or
Right. It has
something
a name.
similar.
Yeah.
Has a name and probably no leather. So
It's interesting.
yeah.
But Hondas have the same names?
No.
Yeah, because they don't have like numbers. Is
You
the
mean
numbers
Honda
portion?
and Acura?
Right.
No, the Acuras have different. Like we have the MDX Acura, which is a Pilot. They're like
Okay.
super similar.
Yeah.
But
Correct. Yeah.
It's not. You're not rich if you have a name. Your vehicle isn't luxury unless it's numbers and letters. You know.
Yes, that makes sense. Mercedes, BMW.
330 Xi,
Right. What's the other one? Infinity.
Q50,
Right. Audi. Q5.
RS5.
Maserati.
You get it.
Could you name a Maserati?
No.
I couldn't.
No. I don't know any.
I saw TikTok today. Speaking of naming things that you can't name, a guy was going around to random people in the city and asking them to name. He said for $10,000, name 5 WNBA teams, and
Oh my
they
word.
couldn't do it. He
No.
said for $3,000, name 1 WNBA player. They couldn't do it.
Nobody can do it.
So he said for $5,000, name 1 WNBA team, and they're in Phoenix. Is when where he's like filming this, and the guy's like, "Oh, what is the one?" Or is it Indianapolis? I forget. He's like, "What is it? Indianapolis Fire?" And they're like, "No, it's Fever." And they're like, the guy's like, "That team literally plays 10 minutes from here,"
Yeah.
and they didn't know the WNBA team
It's
name.
crazy. I think those stadiums are like completely empty too.
It's crazy because they're amazing at basketball,
Yeah.
but
It's just not. I mean, I feel like basketball kind of died off as it is. Okay, I want to point out here, but in the movie here,
yes,
they're in the middle of a parking lot, but they have like furniture set up and like a coffee table, and they're like
Yeah.
chilling, drinking beer in the middle of this parking lot.
I always thought this would cool. Like we have our pavilion out here.
Yeah.
I'm like, it'd be so cool to have like a couch, a coffee table, and chair out there. Sorry, I probably burp.
Burping?
Hopefully you don't
Yeah,
smell
don't
it.
burp into that mic.
I'm trying not
Gross.
to. I was like, oh, it'd be so cool to have like a couch out there. We could just go on. But like, who wants to sit on like a wet couch with like animals like making
Rain's the
homes in
problem,
it?
yeah.
Rain and insects filling it up. Like, yeah, it looks cool, but is someone bringing in and out this couch and chair every time?
Right. Not worth it.
But
We got rid of a couch in Columbia once when we lived there, and we put it out on the sidewalk, and for like a couple days we sat on it. It was really nice,
right,
comfortable, and then it rained. That was that.
yeah, that's what when I see like furniture, like upholstered furniture along the road, like for free or whatever,
Yeah.
and then it rains, you're like,
Yeah,
nobody's
nope,
taking that
it's too late.
unless they never saw it before the rain.
Oh yeah, dries back out.
Yeah. All right. So
Okay.
a couple things here.
You're right.
We have Han and Twink sitting here. They're not really even paying attention to Brian to Sean because he's just good now. Like,
Yeah.
they don't need
Twink-
to. There's
Twink
no coaching.
is playing a PSP. It looks like.
Yes, I
and
love the PSP.
Han's reading a Hulk comic book.
Hulk, just like the car.
Yeah,
They tried
it's
that.
funny.
This
And they got
movie-
the back of the Volkswagen open with all the subs and stuff. I wonder if they're playing music too or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who says this? Boy needs to chill.
Twink
says that.
Yeah, he's like, boy needs to chill because Sean's just tearing it up in this parking lot,
Right.
and he pulls up, hops out of his car, and says, "Twink, I'm gonna grab another set," pointing to his wheels. I'm assuming his tires are shot. He needs more rubber.
And Twink reacts
He's like,
excitedly.
whoa, jumps up out of his seat,
Yeah.
and runs over to him, and that's where the minute ends.
And yeah, I wonder. It makes me wonder about the financial investment that Sean has in this drifting.
Yeah, and
Like-
remember he was selling all that stuff with Twink though. So maybe
But is it
that's how he's
somebody
paying
else's
for
car?
tires. Yeah,
It's somebody else's car. He's not paying for the tires, the gas, the like. What is he doing?
right.
And the whole thing is like he's just learning a hobby. It's like they're not like it's not like this big competition that he needs to train for.
Right.
Like this is just supposed to be like a hobby.
Yeah.
And so I can understand if Twink is the one buying tires, being like, whoa, 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 whoa. But yeah, that's the end of minute 62,
Ooh.
and we have another giveaway today.
Yes.
We
Sign
did.
up if you haven't.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're lost.
Congratulations to Guacamole.
Yes, she won.
She won the Toretto necklace.
Yes,
the cross.
his famous cross necklace.
Yes. So.
Yep.
I forget what we're giving away today.
I think it's a die cast.
Oh yes.
The single, or is it the set?
I could look. Do you want me to look?
Yeah. Look it up.
I have it in my handy dandy notes.
So if you're listening in real time, then you will know this. But if you listen to this a day or two late, it's already given out.
Yeah,
so
it's a die cast.
Congrats to the
I think
winner.
it's the set of 3, the Nano die cast. Set of 3 cars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. From the original movie, I believe.
Nice.
Cool. Well, thanks for listening. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And always remember,
Winning's winning.
somehow